We will have to put my glasses on. Hello, welcome to Chica Chat Jazz. I haven't been on here forever, literally forever, ever. And I apologize, but my own drum roll, I actually had a baby. So the last live that I did, or like the last live where you see my face, the last live I did, I found out after that shortly that I was expecting a baby. And I had like no clue whatsoever because I was still getting my monthly. So therefore, people, like, I had no clue. And it's so funny because I always used to like be like that person that would be like, how does a girl, not a woman that has had kids, not know that she's pregnant? Like, how do you not know? I had no morning sickness. Like I said, I was still getting my monthly. So, like, I had no clue at all that I was expecting. So, I didn't want to jump on YouTube while expecting because I already stress out a lot. If anybody that was in my YouTubes from before, they know on my lives, like I had mentioned, that not only do I have kids, I had a child that passed away when she was only 3 from mitochondrial C oxidized deficiency. So long story short, I have post traumatic stress disorder because of that. And I have no problem with saying that because people need to get over the problems with mental health and all people want to hide from it. There's a bunch of YouTubers that they will never admit that they bipolar and you can see the bipolar. Like they would never admit their things, but you know what? I do not have a problem with saying that I have PTSD and a lot of people, especially here living in America, have it. It's not something that people's aunties, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, maybe themselves have it. A lot of people choose to hide it. That's unfortunate because until we don't bring it out to the forefront, it will never be completely like normalized. It's still like really like, oh my gosh, that person is bipolar. Oh my god, that person has PTSD. Like, oh, they have this, they have that. They must be so unstable. Like, no, I have 3 children. I had 4, but one passed away, so now I have 3. I welcomed a beautiful baby girl, and so I would say her name, but I don't need people googling and stuff, whatever. So, but yeah, like I had a beautiful baby girl. She is, I guess, what you would consider Afro Latina. Her mama is Puerto Rican, born in an island. Her daddy is from down south. So, here in America. So yes, so just living this new life, enjoying this beautiful, beautiful baby girl who is almost 2 months now. And yeah, life is great, change, big changes, but as good as can be. Life is not peachy key pie. I'm not saying my life is so spectacular. No, it's not. It's stressful. I'm tired. You see the bags in my eyes. I put makeup, try to cover it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna try to cover it completely because I am who I am, and there's no shame in being who you are. And I want to live in my true light, not in some light that I want to paint myself from La La Land. But all right, now let's get to the subject. Enough about me. That's enough about me. I'm gonna put on my beautiful glasses so I can read this from, of course, TMZ. And I'm gonna read what they wrote. But before I read what they wrote, I do want to say, these glasses are tough. I do want to say because I have not given my opinion on none of this. You know, like what I said, I was expecting, so I haven't gone live at all. But I've seen a lot of people's opinions, and they go from here, from there, to in between, whatever. Condemning this one, condemning that one, judging this one, judging that one. And here is what my opinion on everything is. To me, there's way more to this story than what we can imagine. I really do believe that there must be so much. That, like, that everything has the truth, the lie. Oh, no, that's not the way it goes. The saying is there's her truth, his truth, and then there's the real truth. There you go. I got it together. So that's what they say, and I believe in that. I believe that there, in this case, it's more than three sides, because there's the guard, there's there's a security guard, there's there's the Megan, there's the Tory, and there's the best friend Kelsey. Which I don't know about this best friend part. I believe that Megan the Stallion uses the word best friend very, very loosely. I really do. I believe she uses the word friend even loosely. Like, everybody's a friend. They meet her one time and that's her friend. And friend this and no, like, I'm sorry. That's just not the way life is. Like, the way this life right now that we're living, friends is very few. Very, very few. And please post your opinion as you go along this video. I really do read your comments, good and bad. I read them all. You know, some get deleted, I'll be honest, because if you're just bashing somebody, like, and not bashing, if you give your opinion on the subject, that's fine. But if you're going to bash me and at least not be constructive about it, then I'm not going to leave that, because I don't want to see that. I don't. I don't want to see somebody just be mean to be mean. And then they're not even subscribing. If you was a subscriber and you wanted to be mean, then maybe I would take it a little bit. But damn, you ain't even subscribing. Hit the subscription box at least. But oh, by the way, subscribe to Chica Chat. I will be coming live more often, you guys. I will. As much as I can. I still gotta do more and low. So it says, for what the most recent thing says, the judge also ordered, I'm looking this way because that's where this other screen is. The judge also ordered Tory must surrender any guns he owns. That was an update that was posted from TMZ not too long ago. So they say Tory Lanez has just been ordered to stay the heck away from Megan the Stallion after hearing for his felony assault charge, which I did find the video, that because they did speak about it. I mean, they did have somebody they had got away with recording, and they recorded. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta get my button. And they recorded, what was on what happened in court. I don't know if they was allowed to do that, but they did, and that was what was done. And I actually seen it. And he was over the phone. Some people have reported that he had missed court, and that's simply untrue. He did not miss. He was just over the phone with it. Was it right? Was it wrong? Who were we the judge? We're not the judge. The judge didn't mind. He did it. Um, if it was me, I would like the defendant that actually shot somebody or is being accused of shooting, I should say, because it's still an accusation. This has not been proven in the court of law. So until it's not proven in the court of law, he's not guilty, period. Like, we could have our opinions on is he guilty or not, but he's not guilty. Not yet through the court. But like, before I start reading, like I was saying, my opinion is that he did shoot her. My opinion is that they're both not being um they're both not being honest with who, what, where, and how it happened. You know, like I don't believe it was her getting off the car and running away or walking away. And I believe obviously she had to get out the car to get shot in both, because then it would have been the stuff on the floor. You know, it would have been known that she got shot inside the vehicle. But like, did she? Like, see who shot her? Did, like, those are the parts that I don't know if I believe any party. Like, I really don't believe anybody at this point, because everybody has either hid, already got caught lying with some things, or just like stretched the truth. They both took forever to talk. Megan never pressed charges on Tory. She didn't. The state picked up the case. The DA picked up the case and they pressed charges against Tory, which was probably after, which I told my partner this. I was like, why is Tory Lanez sending text messages saying sorry, even though he did not say sorry for me shooting you? If you didn't say nothing at all, why in the world are you talking right now? Why? That was the biggest mistake he did, because I told my partner, I said, listen, now the state's gonna pick it up. And he was like, well, how you figure? He didn't say, it was this person, and he didn't say I did it, he didn't say sorry for shooting you. He wasn't specific. But still, that what he did send, that little part, that's enough for the state to pick it up without Megan's support. See, the reason why they didn't pick it up before that was because without Megan cooperating or being the one to press the charges, there's no way that they could really prove it if nobody's talking. How can they prove that he did something, or that he was even involved in anything, if they are not complying? Why? Because Tory said something. He should have stayed the way he was, quiet. And then on top of saying something, he makes a whole album. So it's like, you think the DA wants to be played with? Right now, at these moments of time that we're living in these times that we're living in, do you think the government wants us to play with them? Really, I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. Do you think, in all reality, that the government wants us, the minority, to be playing games and making albums and all this stuff? The law was involved, and then the law doesn't even do nothing about it. So we're already giving everything the side eye, including them. They don't want no more side eyes on them. Like, they're tired of that. They want to be taken seriously. They want us to fear them. They want us to do all these things. So the worst thing he did was give this light. Like, people are like, oh, but he's not guilty. He, like, okay, even if he knows I'm not guilty, still don't give it any light, because if you give it light, that's when they do their job, and they're gonna go ahead and press them charges. Because still to this moment, they have not said Megan the Stallion. Of course, they're gonna say that. They're gonna say Megan. What's her real last name? P or something like that. Megan P. Then said that, said victim said that she got shot at this time doing this thing. They have not said that. She has not put that one word into it, which is sidebar. She just did this whole big interview, and she was saying how she doesn't care about the criticism that she's getting for the Black Lives Movement that she's setting, that she's a part, that she's partnering with, like with not say partnering, but just saying that, like, yeah, partnering too, because yeah, like, she's over here, being a voice, for Black women, and saying that, Black women need to be protected, which is facts, plain and simple. So but like that she was being criticized for it, and that she doesn't care about the criticism, that she's gonna do, which is all great. But the part where she's getting criticized is that she didn't even press charges on her own, for her own protection, for her own, so how can you say we need to protect black women more, but we're not protecting ourselves? And I'm not her, but I'm gonna answer that. And I'm gonna say, how can she in the rap game, hip hop world, how is she gonna go ahead and be able to really be looked at with credentials or whatever, about when she goes and presses charges on somebody? So that she's gonna be labeled as a snitch, which they are already labeling as a snitch, even though, like I said, she has not spoken to the DA and she has not pressed no charges herself. The DA picked up the case again. The DA picked up the case. She did not snitch. And when it's against you until you don't get shot, please do not talk. Because, like, how do you know what you would do until that happens to you? I don't know what I would do. The part that I find weird is that, yeah, she got back in that car. I'm not going to lie. I find that weird. But, okay, like, listen. She's probably her adrenaline running, all of this thing, so that's what I say. I say she is not looking for the law's help because she knows it's going to damage her career, because it's already affecting her career. It really is. Like, she's not streaming like she was. She's, like, it's affecting her career, and in the fact of the people. Like, a lot of the people are like shaming her, saying that like she's lying or this or that. Like, why would she want to lie about this? Like, why would she even want to say she got shot? She didn't even want this from the beginning. Like, you could tell, like, she was just trying to, like, let bygones be bygones. She wasn't trying to give no ear to it. She wasn't giving no. She wasn't even going live on her IG because of it, because she did not want to say I got shot. She did not want to say Tory Lanez shot me. But he kept pushing her and pushing her and pushing her, and that's what an abusive. And I'm not gonna say domestic abuse, because she keeps denying that they was ever together, which I don't believe that, not for 1 second. But if she was going on with, if I was going on with my best friend's boyfriend, and then the world was gonna find out, that would I ever want to admit that I was with this guy? Probably not. But she said, in her first live that she went out, she said something to the fact that she got shot. Someone that proclaimed to be her friend shot her. Her life was literally in jeopardy, and this person tried to harm her, cause bodily harm to her. She never mentioned his name, never once. But this did not stop him from being, just doing little stupid things, little boy things. And I say that to say this: if he would know how to be quiet when he needs to be quiet, he would not be seen, looking at 22 years in prison or jail, whatever he's. But you know what? I really don't think he'll ever get 22 years. But I'm just saying, like, I don't even know if he's gonna be found guilty, honestly, because of the fact that she said herself that. And that's another thing. She shouldn't have been going live either. Like, dude, you just made the defense team's main argument. You had your back turned. How did you see who shot you? Well, she just said on Instagram, hey, Tory Lanez, you shot me. I wanted to walk away. I turned around. And she kept putting emphasis, and she turned around to walk away. And you shot me. How do you know it was him? What we are all asking, that's the you think the defense ain't gonna ask that? That's the first thing they're gonna ask. No, okay, from TMZ, they say Tory Lanez has been ordered to stay the heck. Okay, I read that. Well, I'll read it again. Stay all the heck away from Megan the Stallion hearing for after a hearing for his felony assault charge. Tory appeared via phone for Tuesday's hearing in a LA County court for what was supposed to be his arraignment, but his attorney Sean Hawley reported a sorry reported a continuance. It was granted a continuance, which means that they need more time. Even though this has been forever, this has been something that's been supposed to happen, was looking to be happening, but maybe they really thought he was cleared, like he was in the clear for that, and there was only there was only like some people were like, why would a judge say okay to this? Because supposedly they were only looking at felony charges for having a gun without it being registered to him. So, and this is another thing. He right there when he took those charges, and they even though he's pleading not guilty, he never said that wasn't I wasn't holding the gun. This wasn't my gun. It's just he was gonna fight about that, and that, I guess maybe in that court hearing they would have attacked that part. But they added Megan's thing to it. So a request for a continuance. It was granted, so he did not enter a plea. Oh, so he didn't even enter a plea yet. Hmm. The judge, however, issued a protective order against Tory, and now he's gotta stay at least 100 yards away from Megan, and not he's not ordered to he's not allowed to contact her. His bail was set and contact her. That means through third party. That means through social media. That means through, and that could be. That doesn't mean like, oh, he can't call her through social media. He can't tweet at her. No, that also means you leaving a subliminal, message and saying, but or you leaving even a tweet for your for your Twitters and your page, you say, Megan the Stallion, that's still in a way contacting her. So people, like, if y'all have cases like that, if I were you, I would stay away from doing that too. Anyway, okay, it was granted. Okay, so it says, and now he's got to stay at least 100. Okay, right there. His bill was set at $190,000. Jesus, it's almost $1 million. Might as well say $1 million, which he'll be posting via a bondsman that was already present at the hearing. The hearing comes to the same day Megan the Stallion wrote. I don't want to mess this up. Megan the Stallion. The hearing comes on the same day Megan the Stallion wrote and open for the New York Times on why she speaks up for black women, saying she's not afraid of the criticism and being adamant that saying protect black women should not be a controversial topic. She added she added Tory Lane's case, saying I was recently the victim of an act of violence by a man after a party. I was shot twice as I walked away from him. Again, details that she should not be given. Anyway, well, the whole Tory out a lot. Anyway, um, we were not in a relationship, truthfully. I was shocked that I ended up in that place. My initial silence about what happened was out of fear for myself and my friends. Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. The way, she is not lying, the way people have publicly questioned and doubted whether I played a role in my own assault proves that that my fears about discussing what happened were unfortunately warranted. As we reported, the LA County's DA's office slapped him with one count of assault with with a semi-automatic firearm and one count of carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. The DA also alleges Tory inflicted great bodily harm on Megan. Again, it says the DA. You see how she has not said anything. So all these blogs and all these, reporting saying that, oh, Megan snitched, Megan said this, Megan said that are not true. She did not say anything. All of this is coming from the DA. She has not said a word for a word, and nothing at all. Nada. Ella no ha dicho mierda. If convicted, the rapper slash singer faces up to 22 years and 8 months in prison. Tory defended himself publicly last week and said he deserves his day in court. As we told you, the rapper broke his silence Friday morning and in defense, the charge is not a conviction. That the charges aren't of conviction. It's just true. They're not. That does not mean he is guilty. He just means he has to prove himself in the court of law. So that was that. Now I wanted you guys to hear this. This is a recording of his security guard stating that Tory Lanez did not do anything, that it was really Kelsley, which I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I said this from the beginning, and I wish I would have blogged. I wish I would have vlogged then. I wish I would have came up here and said this out loud instead of saying it now to you guys. I wish I would have told you guys before, because I told my partner this. I said, I bet you anything before this goes to court, if this goes to court about Tory Lanez being the person, I bet you anything that Kelsley is gonna be the lamb that was gonna be sacrificed, the sacrificial lamb. Like, I bet you anything. I was like, she is not being smart by not talking. She's not playing. And by the way, Megan had been dumped her as a friend, so it was like like just boggling to me, like that she did not speak up for herself, at all. Like, I don't know if she's doing that because she hopes that by doing that she and Megan will be friends again. But I never really think they were really real friends, not to Megan. Like, she would always post about Megan and Megan never posted her back. Like, didn't shout out her Instagram, didn't, like, it was just the love that I seen Megan show her other friends was not the same as she showed this girl. Now I don't know if it was because of this type of incident that she maybe have had before. I don't know what it was, but it was that. But anyways, I got this audio from Gossip Girl XOXO. Please follow her. I love her. I love her channel. I love her channel. Um, she also has another channel, Pink Lips, where she's more unfiltered and gets to talk more reckless on there. I love it. Anyways, but I'm gonna go play this recording for you. I'm gonna up that volume because I know the volume is not high enough. So I'll be right back.
Tory and the girl fighting over Tory and the girl fighting over the gun. The gun accidentally goes off in the midst of them fighting for it, and the girl shoots, and the bullet accidentally gets near me. That's why it didn't hit no tendon, because it grazed her. It didn't actually hit her.
All right. So did you hear what he?
All right, I'm gonna repeat that because I want you guys to really hear good.
Got in trouble. Man got something.
All right. So let's do a stop and go. Did you guys hear what he said?
Fighting over the gun. The car. Tory and Lanez get the argument. Kylie's outside at the pool still. They all drunk already, mind you. I'm outside. My weapon is in the car. Tory and Lanez get the argument.
My weapon is in the car.
At the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Lanez walk out because she find out such and such. Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got in trouble. Man got something.
All right, so let's do a stop and go. Did you guys hear what he said? So
before that, it's something that I didn't catch.
The thoughts, and we seen on. They see you were, and that's why so many girls. To what they was talking about.
The car. Tory and Lanez get the argument. Kylie's outside at the pool still. Tory and the girl in the car start arguing. Lanez walk out because she find out such and such. Tory been messing with both of the women in the car. You know how that go already. Tory got.
They start arguing. That's what he's and the girl, Kelsey. So that's just his side of the story.
And the girl and the bullet.
Okay, you heard what he said. He said the girl pound, but I think that's a damn lie. But it directing it to anybody.
Didn't actually hit her. She's lying like it hit her.
All right, so now you want to blame she pile out. Kels.
Come on.
Hey, Cam Dunlap here, and it looks like you were checking out my vacant house bank program on.
See the one that popped it. Some bad. Did you hear Tory's back? It's on you. Pow. That's cat.
Everyone got done back.
That night. So damn thing. Let's give a big thank. So they did all this game. I believe it's on 8 platinum. Please, if you want.
What the heck did I do?
Tony to even say something and to post it on social media because
All right. Well, anyways, up later, y'all go rewind it. But yeah, so if y'all didn't get all that, I hope y'all did. But if y'all didn't get all of that, basically the security guard, the guard, whatever, Tory's guard dude, he was literally saying that he was saying, get my drink because this is like so annoying to me. This is so annoying to me. This man is like, wow. So Tory Lanez guard is saying that please hit the thumbs like button. I will greatly appreciate it. Anyways, he goes and say that Tory Lanez and Kelsey, Megan's best friend, was tussling over the gun after an argument happened where Megan finds out that Kelsey and Tory also has something going on, which I think that part right there, that's a stretch of the truth. Because it's plausible. I admit it's plausible that, you know, Tory, that Tory Lanez and Kelsey was tussling over the gun and she shot at her. Because I always wondered, like, why didn't Kelsey get right out the car with her best friend? That's my best friend. She's getting out the car. I'm getting out the car too. Like, that's an automatic. Like, my sisters is like my best friends. So let's say my sister gets out the car, which I'm gonna do a live with them soon. And I think I'm gonna make this a topic. So, like, if you're my best friend, I'm gonna get out the car. If you're even my friend, and like not even a best friend, you're just my friend, and I'm like, I'm going somewhere with my best friend and with my friend, and we roll together, we leave together. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, if my best friend is getting out the car, I'm gonna get out the car too. She did not get out the car. So, and this whole Megan was with him first. Like, I really don't think that Megan was with him first, and I really think that's why she will not admit that they ever had a relationship. That's why she sticks it out as that's my best friend. Tory's my friend. Tory's like mad cool. Like, me and him was really cool, like really friends, really close. But she always denies that they were in a relationship. And I believe, because she's right. I believe she was never in a relationship with him. I really do believe that they was in a, how would I say it without getting a strike? They was in a friendship with benefits. Friends with benefits. There you go. There you go. I remember. They were friends with benefits, and that's why she never went out and said that's my man. Because that was never her man. But I do believe he was also, down in Kelsley. And I think that's why Kelsley never like stood up for neither of them. She said she was actually hurt by them. So by her saying that, she said a lot. So the guys say that him and Kelsey was tossing around the gun, like not tossing, but they were like wrestling for it, and that she was the one that pulled the trigger. This is my question, which is like, I agree with the girl I got this recording from, Gossip XOXO. I believe what she believes. Yo, don't you gotta clock a gun, even if it's a semi-automatic? Cause it's a semi-automatic, it's not automatic. Like, don't you gotta clock it? Hear that? And then you can pow. I just thought that's what you had to do. I don't know. Please, people, comment and tell me what, when y'all replay this and y'all play this, whatever you guys play it. Please tell me, if it's a semi-auto, do you have to clock it before it shoots? Because I want to know who clocked it, not only who shot it. That's number one. Number two, I just don't believe, that's annoying, that beeping sound. That I don't believe that Kelsley shot Megan. I just don't buy that for 1 second. I don't. Like, people would say, oh, but Megan could have done it because, oh my God, just reverse. Megan, Megan, Megan went and she, Kelsey did it, because Megan's already rich, Tory's already rich. Tory was gonna be Kelsey's ticket, out of the, I guess, poor life or whatever. Like, I don't buy that. I don't buy that she's gonna risk a whole liberty over like Tory Lanez. I don't buy it. I don't think that that's plausible. I don't think she's gonna. I don't think she's gonna lose everything she's worked hard on herself with no Megan, because Megan, like I said, does not shoot out her page, does not shoot out her business, does not shoot out anything on her. She only poses a picture with Kelsey when she's in it. It's not like she poses a picture of Kelsey by herself and says, "This is my best friend," blah blah blah. So I believe it was something at that fact. And then it says Megan gets out the car. They're still going. That before Megan got out the car, they didn't have the gun out because he didn't say that. He said when Megan got out the car and started walking out, that's when they started tussling at the gun, and then Kelsley, and they were tussling at the gun because Tory was trying to prevent Kelsley from shooting at Megan. And then Megan, as she was still walking away, Kelsley got a hold of it and got like ownership of the gun and shot at Megan. And then Tory grabbed the gun. I don't know. That sounds made up. Why he didn't come out with that earlier? But then right afterwards, I mean the day after that recording came out, one day later, un día, Tory was getting indicted. So I guess the DA didn't buy that recording either. They didn't buy it either. And you know the DA went and talked to Kelsley. And they're not gonna bring out a star witness yet. They're gonna bring out the star witness when it's showtime. It's not showtime yet. Tory's over here asking for more time, so it's definitely nowhere near showtime. But this live has gone on long enough, 41 minutes already. I've been rambling about this, but listen, guys, please hit that like, hit that subscription box, subscribe to me. You can always, drop them comments down there. Always, want to donate to the cause. You could always cash at me at Jazzy R85, and that's Jazzy, capital YAZZIER85. So again, that's capital YAZZIE, capital R8 as the number 818 5. So I'm gonna say that again because that sounded confusing. Capital YAZZIE, capital R85. You can always, donate to the cause so I could get this darn YouTube really going for y'all. But I got to go. I got my baby gotta take care of. So love you guys. Again, it was great seeing you guys. I miss you guys, and I will be back on here way, way, way sooner than later.